Hello, I'm Janelle Shires, Youth and Family Program Director here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Seattle. Today we will be talking about the golden thread of truth, tales from the Torah, and specifically on illumination, the 10 commandments, but it will have a metaphysical interpretation. So we've been doing these videos this past year so that you can watch them at your convenience and share them with your family. We have got lots of folks who watch from all over the place, so I know you can't get here in person, but if you do, please come by 11 o'clock on Sundays. We have youth program for kindergarten and up, and it would be great to have you here with us. So today, with the 10 commandments, there's two ways to look at it: the biblical story and the meaning behind the story. And they are a study of ourselves. So the first 5 of the commandments reflect on our inner world, our spiritual world, the world of thought, consciousness, and getting our thought correct. The second 5 of the commandments refer more to the outer world, the objective side of life, relationships with others, how our thoughts work, the external plane of life. So I'm going to read a children's version of the 10 commandments. And I'm actually going to read it from the book because it's a little long, so bear with me. I'll try to hustle through. The story of Moses and the 10 commandments. The Israelites had been traveling in the desert for about 3 months, like a little longer than summer vacation, when they first came to Mount Sinai. They were going to stay there for a while, plus they had excellent shelter from the mountain. Moses unpacked and decided to walk up the mountain to talk to God. Remember that this wasn't very easy for Moses because he was about 80 years old. God knew that Moses was coming, and he spoke to Moses and told him to tell the Israelites to get ready. Moses came down to tell the people to have a bath and to clean all their clothes. By doing this, the people were getting prepared to hear important words from God. That is why sometimes we dress up when we go to church. It is one way to show respect. On the third morning, after Moses had talked to God, the Israelites were busy making their breakfast when all of a sudden there was a large rumble and a flash of light over the mountain. Anyone who was still sleeping was startled and woke up suddenly. Everyone went out to look over the mountain. There was lightning and thunder. A very thick cloud hung over the mountaintop, so it couldn't even be seen. Even the mountain shook, and the sound of trumpets could be heard getting louder and louder. After that, Moses went up to the mountain. But this time he stayed there for a long time, 40 days and 40 nights. God wanted to instruct the people on how to live. By following his rules, they would have less sadness in their lives. God just wanted to protect them. It's just like when you give your children rules to protect them. You ask them to look both ways before we cross the street or to not hit a sibling. Sometimes rules are because we love each other and we know what's best for each other. Okay, so with the 10 commandments, you will hear each one, and they're all equally important. One is no more meaningful than the other. The first commandment is put God first. This means that nothing should be more important than God. A hobby you enjoy, the television, video games, friends, family. The second commandment is remember one power. Whenever we give power to anything but God, we are giving that thing more importance than it deserves. This could be good, like money or friendships, or bad, anger and sadness. But there's only one power, and it is God. The third commandment reminds us to respect God's name. You use the name of God whenever you believe in something. What you really believe in is your God. And so when you believe in limitation, you are saying God is limitation. That is not respecting God. We cannot believe in something and not have it happen to us. If we only knew that, we could think more seriously about what we believe. The fourth commandment reminds us to find God in our silence. The Sabbath is a state of mind that man enters or acquires when he goes into silence of his own soul into the realm of spirit. There finds true rest and peace. The Sabbath is the consciousness that we have fulfilled the divine law in both thought and act. The fifth commandment is respect your parents. This commandment tells us to honor our father and mother, but is also telling us to recognize God as the only cause, the only presence, and the only power. If we do this, our days shall have no troubles or difficulties. The sixth commandment is don't hurt others. This, of course, means not to hurt other people, but it also reminds us to not hurt ourselves. This is true for our thoughts, our words, and our actions. The seventh commandment is for those who are married. God tells us to be faithful in marriage. He wants us to love our partner and treat them with respect. The eighth commandment is don't steal. This means that we shouldn't take something that doesn't belong to us. The ninth commandment is don't lie. Don't tell lies about yourself or about other people. The last commandment is don't envy others. God has an infinite amount of everything and will be glad to give it to you when you're having your thoughts, words, and actions in alignment with your best self. So with that, I've got a few questions for you. Why do we still talk about the 10 Commandments today? They're a wonderful list of reminders to help us live from a place of peace and joy in alignment with our divine spirit. And what is the main message of the 10 Commandments? Our consciousness, the thoughts that we think, lead to our words and actions, is what creates our lives. We can use scientific prayer. Remember, we've talked about the 5 steps of prayer, the spiritual mind treatment, to change our consciousness if we wish. And why is scientific prayer called the key to life? Because you can use scientific prayer to use the power in the universe, your God, spirit, divine truth, or whatever name you call it. So that's just a quick version of the 10 Commandments. So with your younger children, you can trace their hands and you can write the 10 Commandments on, or you can make little cutouts and glue them on, whatever you like. For your older youth and for yourself, I will be posting down below the Bible statement, the metaphysical understanding, and also a statement of those 10 Commandments for the youth, so that you can read those over, use them in discussion, see how they work for your family, what your thoughts are. Let me know down below in the comments. I like to read those. And you can also reach out to me at janelless@spiritualliving.org. And make sure to click on subscribe so that you're notified when new videos are posted. Thanks for joining in, and I wish to meet you soon.